A sun-soaked Saturday afternoon in the Canal District. It's a perfect day to play two. We've got a doubleheader on tap between the WooSox and the Iron Pigs coming your way here on NESN Plus. So great to have you with us on a beautiful day for baseball, along with the Worcester Telegram and Gazette's Joe McDonald, Jim Cain on hand. Well, the WooSox saw their 8-game winning streak come to an end last night, Joe, but they'll try to start a new streak today by sending Kyle Hart to the mound here in Game 1. He was not the scheduled starter. That was supposed to be Connor Siebold, but we got word about an hour ago that Siebold is not going to start today for the WooSox. Perhaps a potential big league call-up is in store, but man, Siebold has been terrific lately. They'll look to make it 9 in a row, Mike, and tonight they'll turn to Cutter Crawford, and he's a guy who's coming off his big league debut, pitching at Fenway Park on Sunday against Cleveland.
Joe and I snagged our own team card set giveaways. You had pitching coach Paul Abbott on the front, but here's the whole collection. Now, there's a total of 40 cards. We pointed out Smiley Ball a lot, and have you seen the statistics in the back of his baseball card?
It's pretty impressive.
He's got a Babe Ruth type of line, does Smiley Ball. I don't know how he's been able to do it, but he's a very productive guy. WooSox could use him.
They could use him.
Rivera chops it the other way. It gets into left field. Cordero crosses the plate. Jeremy Rivera is a hero here in Worcester tonight. And the ear to right. Lee turns, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Ryan Fitzgerald, his first here at Polar Park, and it gives the WooSox a 2-run lead. Who drives it down the left field line, racing over goes Cordero into the dive and making the catch. Crunchy Cordero, a terrific diving play out of the warning track to rob Hazley of a base hit. Hart struck out Velasquez to end the 4th inning. Can he fan McDowell to get out of a bases-loaded jam? Yes, he can. Strike 3 at the top of the zone. Makes quick work of Max McDowell. Downs drives it deep and far to left field. That ball is way out of here. Off the scoreboard for Jeter Downs in left field. A no-doubt shot to make it a 1-run game. Injury bug biting the WooSox early. Munoz first pitch swinging and driving one in the air to right center field, and a diving catch by Vargas. Locked at 3 as we move into the 5th inning here at Polar Park. WooSox fans, Bank of America is proud to be the presenting partner of the final stretch. There is another week of the final stretch as the WooSox will head out on the road and play 5 in Lehigh, and it'll wrap up next Sunday. Bank of America also the presenting partner of today's inaugural season celebration. It's been a fantastic first year here at Polar Park. Another great crowd on hand in the 64th home game of this inaugural season. Daniel Palka set to lead it off for Rochester, who made a bunch of changes last inning.
Yeah, Ali Castillo, who had the 2-run single against Gossett, he came out of the game. Remember, he got hit by the throw when he stole second base. So he's out injured, and guy on deck is Flores, batting in his spot. So that is the 3rd man to occupy the cleanup spot in the game for Rochester.
Flores is the shortstop. Adrian Sanchez moved to second, and Gilbert Laura is now the 3rd baseman. Add that to the list of all the quirks and the oddities within today's game. Both starters leaving early due to injury in Reyes' case, certainly, and maybe injury in Connor Siebold's case, or perhaps illness, who knows. But Reyes did not record an out. He faced 4 batters. Connor Siebold lasted just 2 1/3. And Gossett's been on ever since, and that foul ball got Hernandez in an unprotected area, but appears to be okay.
Hmm. 3-0 green light here for Palka. Why not turn your big slugger loose if you're Matt Lecroy? Gets a piece of the catcher. I think that everybody on that field better be careful today. This feels like one of those days where you're snake bitten. Both teams, an injury waiting to happen.
Yeah, did we have a full moon or something last night? Like, what's going on?
Indeed.
3-1. Breaking ball high for ball 4. Gossett walked the leadoff man last inning, but was able to get out of it and does it again here to start the fifth.
Yeah, that's 3 walks by Gossett since he came into the game. 6 total today by Worcester pitching. And now Jackson Flores gets his first at bat of the game.
220 average here at the AAA level for Flores. The guy who has seen time at High A Wilmington, AA Harrisburg, and his fair share of time here at Rochester. Ball 1 high on a fastball. So how about this? We've had Jake Knoll, who was ejected after striking out in the first inning out of this spot in the order. Then Ali Castillo brought in a couple of runs to tie the game back in the third inning. As we said, we saw him get hit as he was going into second base. And now, this third time through, you've got a third different batter in this spot.
And Daniel Gossett, by the way, now 42 pitches. Make it 43, only 21 strikes. So fewer than half of his pitches have been strikes.
There's a strike on a curveball to make it 1-2.
But you know what? He's done a good job thus far, at least through all the wildness. He has not given up any runs of his own.
This is his second relief appearance. The other one came on the 4th of July here at Polar Park. Pop foul line of play by Flores. Overall, it's his 19th outing. 6-4 record of .473 earned run average this year for Gossett.
That 4th of July game that you were referencing when Gossett piggybacked with Tanner Houck, that was one of the most memorable games of this inaugural season.
Fisted, right field, and Mieses won't get there. Palka up to second base on a bloop single from Flores the other way, and the first 2 Red Wings have reached in the 5th.
It's a really nice piece of hitting by Jackson Flores. Watch this pitch ride in on his hands with 2 strikes, and he's able to muscle it into right. This guy was 0 for 9 in the series, but just comes into the game and bloops a single, in Rochester in business. He's having a laugh about it. How did I get a hit on that pitch?
So some trouble brewing here for Gossett. 2 on, nobody out for Mike Ford. Big burly left-hand bat with the shift in effect. Ford has walked and flown out, and he takes a breaking ball low.
This has to be a very inviting day for a big lefty hitter like Mike Ford to swing. With those flags blowing straight out, the wind is really helping it carry. He's thinking, as he did last time, let me get one airborne. He almost got it out over Jaron Duran's head back in the 3rd, but Jaron made a great catch. Hitter's day.
After that flyout in the 3rd, Ford now 1 for 13 in the series. Strike 1. Ford didn't like it. One for 13 with 8 strikeouts this week for the Princeton product, Mike Ford. 3rd organization this year. A changeup comes in low from Gossett, 2-1.
Just hasn't been as sharp as we've seen in some of his outings. But again, he didn't figure he was going to be coming in as early as he did before Connor Siebold had to exit in the 3rd. Emergency appearance for Daniel.
Chops softly, first base side, but foul. And it's 2-2. Let's go back to that 4th of July we were talking about. What a day that was here at Polar Park, Josh.
Yep, this was one of the biggest crowds of the year. Look at them on their feet as the game comes to an end. A 1-run win secured by the closer, Caleb Ort. Gossett was the one who got the victory that day. And Ort finished it off, and that was as loud as I've heard this ballpark. I remember getting goosebumps.
At the time, that set a new season high in attendance, just over 8,500. Ended up being a 5-4 victory for Worcester. They walked 11 batters in that game. Gossett walked 7 in his 4 1/3, but
Rail Riders left him loaded. Caleb Ort, the big punch out. And Worcester held on.
One of the many memorable days that we've had in 2021.
2-2. Grounded right side. Lopez to second one. Downs back to first in time. Just what the doctor ordered for Daniel Gossett. 2 outs, but Palka goes to third.
The Jim, that was not a routine turn because of that overshift. Look how far Cheater Downs has to go back over to his right to cover second base. Usually as the shortstop, you're going to your left. So it was a unique 4-6-3 double play that Worcester just pulled off there. Well done.
Well done by that guy. Covering second, receiving the throw, and firing a strike to Casas. So now with Palka at third, Donovan Casey bats. 0 for 2 with the strikeout last time. Good breaking ball to get ahead, 0-1.
It's a nasty pitch. No chance you're going to touch that one if you swing at it.
The biggest thing with Gossett this year has been his fastball command. Commanded it well that time. Inner right, Mieses puts away Casey for the final out of the inning. First 2 Red Wings reach. A walk and a single, but then the double play and the flyout get Gossett and company out of things here in the 5th.